I am headed into a cool phase in my life, and I want to drag you along with me if you want to come along. I just turned 56. Fuck. How did that happen? I just became a German citizen, still an American. In a few days, I'll be moving to my own apartment in Bremen. So I just moved to Germany. I'll be starting a Master's of Fine Arts program in creative writing. I'm working on my third novel. I'll be touring and traveling through northern Germany, taking a whole bunch of pictures. I'll be talking about photography. I'll be talking about writing. And I can't help but think that I'm at a phase in my life where I'm about to put into practice a whole bunch of life lessons that I've learned the hard way, and a whole bunch of creative lessons that I've learned through failure. And I want to take you with me. There are several reasons why I should not be making YouTube videos. I am shy. I'm an introvert. I don't think I'm very good on camera. I have body image issues. I don't like the way I talk. I'm a slow talker. I frankly don't have a lot to say most of the time. I'm headed into a very busy time in my life, so I may not have time to make videos. I don't have the best gear. I plan on making videos that aren't very hit-worthy. They're not going to go viral. They're going to be as successful as my books have been. They're going to be as viral as my photographs have been, which is not very. But I think I'm going to anyways. Before I start my time in Bremen, I'm spending time with family in Asendorf, little village in Lower Saxony. It's about 30 kilometers south of Bremen. Little farming village, potatoes, lots of potatoes. I'm going to talk about building or rebuilding a creative life, using my photography as a way of seeing. I'm not going to be talking about gear and technical stuff. I know a lot about that, but I don't think it's the focus of the art. I don't think it's the focus of it's not the focus of my photography. It's important to know, and there's smarter folks than I am that make videos about that sort of thing. I'm going to talk about my writing. I'm going to talk about writing in general. I'm going to talk about how my writing and photography work together to create something of a synthesis. I'm not going to talk about my background a whole bunch. That's going to come out in my writing. And I've been told that it comes out in my photography by the way that people aren't in there, but the remnants of humanity, that's a quote from somebody, the remnants of humanity are in there. So you're going to see some of that in there. We are going to talk about the differences between Americans and Germans and the differences in the cultures, but more than that, we're going to talk about the similarities between the two cultures. We're going to talk about the expat life a little bit. We're going to talk about just the lessons about writing, the lessons of photography, the lessons about art. We're going to talk about my MFA journey a little bit. We're going to talk about slower living with less. I'm going to be living in a small apartment, and I only moved over here with 2 suitcases, and I'm not going to live a very consumeristic life, and you're going to see that in how little I have and how little I keep. I'm basically just an old student, an old poor student. In general, you're going to see me make videos about me becoming the artist that I want to be. And I don't even know what that looks like. I don't even have a clear definition of what my art is. It's some sort of blend, a melange of the written word and a photographic image, and what those two things capture. There's a space between the two, and it includes video somehow, and we'll see what we're doing. Basically, I don't know what I'm doing, but come along with me. You'll see some of Germany, you'll see some of Bremen, you'll see a lot of Bremen. It might be cool, it might be fun. I'm going to make 20 videos at least. If I feel like I'm having fun, if I feel like enough people are interested, if I feel like I'm learning something, I'll continue, but I'll do at least 20. How's that? Come along. Cool.